Good evening and welcome to tonight's FTSR HostGator.com Truck Series race from Homestead-Miami Speedway in Homestead, Florida. The finale for the season for the Truck Series, and a track we don't visit that often. We're looking forward to some great side-by-side racing tonight. This track is very unique and is sure to put on a unique show here tonight. We're looking forward to it. My name is Brody Hanna, and I'll be bringing you all the action here tonight by myself, but we're going to try to check in with a lot of drivers here tonight, especially our guys running for the championship, to see what they think the track's like out there. I heard a lot of the guys talking about how much the trucks actually push here at this track, so we're going to hear from those guys as well. But the guys are currently in qualifying, so we're gonna look at the track description here while we're getting started. If I can pull it up here. The race analysis. Tonight we'll be running 67 laps for 100 miles around this 1.5 mile oval. 18 to 20 degrees of banking, progressive banking in the corner. A very unique track. Because of that, we're going to see guys running up high, trying to make the low side work, and probably running a lot in the middle as well. The track was opened in 1995. Went through a couple of unique changes. Actually opened as a flat 4-turn track similar to Indianapolis, just a little bit, a good bit smaller. Then went under another transformation and actually went to a traditional oval, and then they finally added banking, I believe, in 2002. 2002 actually, not sure that year's right, but 2002 is the first year they actually began holding the end of season, the finale events for the top 3 series. So been coming here for a while, but like I said, this is one of those tracks we run once a year, so the guys don't really get a lot of practice on. Heard a lot of guys feeling a little challenged with, by this track, just the way it's laid out. So we're going to see some interesting. We're going to see some drivers probably learn a little about the track as they go through tonight. The weather tonight is going to be late afternoon, partly cloudy, traditional default weather for the for iRacing, so that's what we go with. And as we said, this is a points event, the season finale. So let's go ahead and put the points up as they just finished up qualifying. Brian Bliss comes in with an 18-point lead over Jason Spear. Dustin Swingle 20 points back. David Hensley and Mike Grandy, your top 5 there. You see how close the battle is from about 4th on back. Could see a lot of changes tonight, but Brian Bliss comes in with a pretty healthy lead. As long as nothing major happens, and we'll keep a check on him throughout the race, then he should be in pretty good shape. Jason Spear's got some work to do to make up 18 points, but a great rally by Spear throughout the season to kind of get up to 2nd in points and be able to challenge for this title tonight. So a lot of good drivers there. A lot of things could happen. Anything could happen, I guess, so we'll go with that. But the guys are getting gridded, and we're going to get started here. We're going to get to your starting lineup just a second here. As we talked about, this is season finale, so there's no other race. This is the last race of the season. All right, let's go ahead with tonight's starting lineup. Starting on the pole with a lap of 32.276, that's going to be Kevin Giodricic. Been fast everywhere we go this season, shows it again here tonight. Beside him on the outside pole, another guy that's been extremely fast in qualifying is the 51 of Brandon Elder in his Toyota. Starting third, I don't see third on the board. Just a second here. Starting third, that's going to be the 9 of John Borst. On the outside of him is going to be the 8 of Bernard Person. Starting 5th. Sorry, the grid's not lining up like I want to. Starting 5th, that's going to be the 10. That's going to be Mike Grandy. On the outside of him, that's going to be Derek Branham. Starting 7th, that's the 98 truck. That's TJ Bartell in the Toyota. To the outside of him is going to be Derek Branham in the 24. Our championship points leader starts 9th And on the outside, there's going to be Dustin Swingle in the 7 truck. Starting 11th, that's going to be second place in points. That's going to be Jason Spear. We'll watch. Those guys are starting real close together. And on the outside of him is Will Long. Sherwood Williford, Tony Showen, Blair Stevenson, Brian Conklin. There's Brian Conklin, Brian Rainville, David Hensley, Kevin Cochran, Ralph Blair, Matthew Greiger, and Charles Widener will round out your field. 24 trucks, and Jason Efall as well. 24 trucks here tonight. We're getting ready to get this thing started, so we're going to go ahead and jump up front and get ready for the start of this race. Waiting for the green. The green's out, and we're underway. As they head into turn 1, Geodricic gets a great jump. Mike Grandy from 4th is going to take the 2nd position as Brandon Eller slips back to 3rd. The battle for 3rd is actually on. That's TJ Bartell looking to the inside of the 51. The 8 of Person and the 4 of Bliss side by side behind those guys. Bliss on the inside in the white, number 4, and Bernard Person in the red, number 8. And this is one of those tracks you'd expect the draft to come and play a little bit, but these trucks do not draft all that much, so you're going to see the guys try to line up, but there's not much to be had as far as draft goes usually. These guys you see on 2x2x2, we're already seeing that those 2 lanes kind of form up. The outside lane's a little bit faster than the inside, but if you can really time it well, you can make the inside work. The 8 and the 4 getting really close, getting in the corner there. He really doesn't want to mess anything up. You can see TJ Bartell on the bottom, kind of slipping back a little bit. Meanwhile, that's happening. This all happening about 1.5 seconds already behind the top 2 of Geodricic and Grandy, who kind of drew away from his back. Staying with the 4 here, he's on the inside of now the 64, Stephen Cox. Cox is starting to move up through the field here. Good run off turn 4, but nowhere to go with the 98 there. Behind them you have the 7 and the 24 side by side. Dustin Swing on the 7 and Derek Branham in the 24. Brandon looked pretty good in practice yesterday. We had a practice session and he looked pretty fast. So we'll look for him to maybe have a good run here tonight to cap off the season. That's one thing, a lot of these guys are just looking to end the season on a high note. That's really what you want. Meanwhile, back up front, Geodricic just stretched out his lead over Grandy to about 1.1 seconds. And then Grandy's starting to fall back into the clutches of the 51 of Elder. Right on board with Elder. See, Grandy's choosing to use that high side, and Elder's kind of staying in the middle here. Cool thing we got for you tonight too, we got this camera looking off the back of the trucks as well. Looking back to Bernard Person in 4th and Brian Bliss back there in 5th. Elder's just kind of out by himself, got a little space between him and the cars behind and in front. But definitely, I thought he was catching Grandy a little bit more, but looks like they've kind of stabilized here. And another thing we're going to watch too is doing a little practice myself last night. these trucks on a little bit longer run can start getting a little squirrely off the corner. They get a little loose. You got a lot of wheel in it, you could end up turning this around. We'll watch for that as well. We're watching the 98 TJ Bartell, started 7th, currently running 6th, about where he started. TJ's had a very up and down season. He's won, I believe he won a race. I'm not sure if that was Xfinity or Trucks. He's won a couple races, but always seems to be sometimes in the wrong place at the wrong time, just getting caught up in accidents. It really had nothing to do with him, but extremely fast, very consistent, and looking forward to the new tire model coming out. He said he's hoping for good things there. The new geometry and tire models kind of threw him off. So you see him and the 64 get extremely close there off the corner. But a very good driver, just hasn't had the luck he needed to take home some of these wins this season. Still side by side with the 64. 64 finally relinquishes that position. The 98 is going to hold on to what is 6th place here. The 64 in 7th, and right behind them is Derek Branham in the 24 again. The 4 truck of Brian Bliss has kind of done what he needed to do. He's got a little gap to the back to the 8 of there he is right there, the 4 truck. He's got a gap back to the 8 of Person, and a good gap in front of him to the 51. Elder, but as I say that, looks like Elder's actually starting to close pretty good on Grandy again here. Well, I thought so. Well, they look closer. Maybe not. But I will say the lead's kind of stabilized to about 1.5 seconds. No big losses or gains there at that point. And honestly, Jaudersich may just be riding at this point. I'm not sure about it. Checking in on another one of our points contenders here tonight. That's going to be Jason Spear in the 83. Spear started 11th, currently running 12th, just kind of minding his own business here. His P's and Q's, just kind of doing what you need to do here early on. Just kind of be stable, be consistent, taking one lap at a time, and doing a good job out there. Did a good job all season, kind of putting himself in contention here tonight for the championship. So another good run for Spear here, or consistent run at least. But it's funny, we were talking about, look at all the different lines these guys are using around the track. As Wyatt, as Williford's going to be looking under Spear here. You got guys around the bottom, guys up at the top, and then guys in the middle. And honestly, from what we saw, the middle lane is kind of where you want to be, but you can't always be there. I mean, guys are going to be trying to take advantage of you on the bottom or on the top, so you have to move around a little bit. And honestly, as the tires get older, that'll play a factor in that as well. That pass on the 83 of Spears and come under attack by the 37 of Conklin here. Conklin's going to take advantage of that. You can get freight trained on the bottom if you're not careful. Guys on the high side will be carrying more momentum, especially in these trucks. Momentum's key. We'll jump on board the Budweiser Black Crown machine. Teammate Hensley behind him, trying to give him a little push. Around this will be 17 laps complete. We didn't mention this 67 lap race, kind of a short race, as all these truck races usually are, but it's a short race, and we didn't get to go over keys, but track position's key. The second key would be no mistakes in the pits. That's really important. And the third key is, actually I think the second key was just pit stops in general. Just make sure you have solid pit stops. And the third key would be avoiding that wall up there. You see that wall, sometimes it will suck you in, especially if you're on the high line. You're right up against the wall. One little mistake and it can cost you the race. Meanwhile, up front, we'll just keep you updated. Up front, the 6 of Giottersich is out to a 2.2 second lead right now over the 10 of Grandy. Elder in third, about the same distance behind him. So just kind of gapped out up front. Dustin Swingle trying to take a position from Tony Schoen in the 31. Doing it the hard way on the bottom. It's really tough to pass down there. Oh, we got a wreck. The 98's around. That's TJ Bartell. The 7 gets into the 31 as well. And we got some other trucks around. The 64's around. And that's our first caution. On lap 21, we'll have our first caution here. See if we can bring you guys up to speed on exactly what caused that accident before we get pit stops. All right, looks like it started with the 64 and the 98. As they come through turn 4 here, just slight contact coming off the corner there. Turns the 98 around. The 64 is involved. Not sure. The 31 got involved and then got clipped by the 7 as he went by. Is that the 24 Branham? I think it's right behind those guys. Yeah, the 24 Branham as well. And then the 64 gets hit again by another truck back there. So pretty massive wreck there off turn 4. All right, looks like our leader's actually going to be hitting pit road here. We'll see who beats who off pit road here. The 6 Giottersich came in with the lead. Mike Grandy right on his tailgate. It looks like the 6 is actually going to have no problems here. But it looks like the 10 of Grandy is going to lose what looks like 2 positions. I believe the 8 of Bernard Person and the 4 of Brian Bliss beat the 10 car out. Another unique thing here, why I said pit stops are so important, is pit entry and pit exit. You have to use the access roads in and out of the pits here. So took a little getting used to. Hopefully the guys practice it in practice because it's going to be pivotal, especially if you have green flag stops. It's going to be really important. But going back to this, it looks like that the 8 person was able to come out second. The 4, your championship leader, Brian Bliss, comes out third, and fourth. We'll have to see, because it looks like Grandy actually has fallen a few more positions here. Yeah, so Mike Grandy's fallen to 6th actually after that pit stop. Brandon Elder and Will Long were able to get by him. Let's see if we can talk to, let's see if we can maybe grab the 51 of Elder, see if we can talk to him, see how his race is going. Hey Brandon, this is Brody in the booth. You got me? Brandon Elder, this is Brody in the booth. You got me?
Yep, I got you loud and clear.
Hey man, it's what's the we practiced a little bit. It looks like you kind of using what you learned there. Lost a few positions in the pits, but looking pretty good out there. What's the track like? Is it tight like we practiced?
It is, but right there before that caution, it was extremely loose. Just all of a sudden, in just a couple of laps, I mean, it got insanely loose off of the corner.
Yeah, we saw you riding behind the 10. Looks like the 10 had some issues, so you got a position there. But that 6 of Giottersich looks awful fast. You got anything for him out there?
I don't know if I do or not. He's pretty quick. I couldn't catch him on the longer run either. So.
Well, we wish you luck, and your teammate's looking pretty good out there for the points championship as well, right there out there beside him. So give him a little push for us. Good luck, and have fun the rest of the race.
All right, will do.
All right, that's the 51 of Elder here we're riding along with, currently 4th. Started, I believe, yeah, started 2nd. It shows you're out there on the, so lost a few, but looking to catch up with that 6. The 6 looks awful fast here tonight. Getting ready for green here. It's going to be the 6 of Giottersich, to reset it for you. It's going to be starting on the front row with the 8 of Bernard Person. And then on the inside of row 2, it's going to be the 4 of Bliss. On the outside of him, teammate Elder in the 51. And then you have Will Long and Mike Grandy making up the 3rd row. Here we go. We're waiting for the green flag here. The pace car's off. Green's out. We're back underway here at Homestead. You see the 10 truck pushing the 51. Elder didn't get that great of a start. Getting a little racy back here for about 4th place. He's going to try to slide up in there, slide job on the 51. Looking back to the 83 of Spear. Spear's up to 7th place here, made a few positions up in the pits here, so battling with Brian Rainville there for that position. It's a great shot on the front stretch, a speed shot. Love it. We're still side by side with the 60 and the 83. That 83 is actually going to maybe lose that spot to the 60 now. 37 is going to try to take the position as well. Meanwhile, up front, Jodorsic has got a healthy lead, but now we got a battle for second between our points leader Bliss and Bernard Person. Bliss looking awful strong early here, starting to move up through the field, trying to take the second place from Person. Person also very strong, just hung around the top 4 or 5 here the first run there. Saw somebody get extremely loose there in the back. I believe it was the 51 of Elder or the 12 of, I think it was the 51 of Elder. Just can't quite clear. I know that feeling. He just cannot quite clear him off the corner there. And you don't really want to make anybody mad, especially leading the points. You don't want to upset somebody and then they take out their aggression, and there you're left. And he finally clears the 8. And looks like the 8's going to duck back under him, try to retake that position. Looking back on board with the number 4 Toyota Prime Bliss. Looking back to the 8 Budweiser Chevy of Bernard Person, the battle for second place here. This all happening about 1.2 seconds behind the leader, Jodorsic. Another guy you're going to have to keep your eye on is this 10 truck. Mike Grandy was able to get around Will Long and Brandon Elder up to 4th and making up some ground in the top 2 at least, or the top 3. Will Long actually hanging with him pretty well as well. They're running at a little bit of a higher line than the 2 in front of them. That's going to give him a greater run off the corner. I believe he's going to close up on these guys and make it a 3-way fight. Got another battle for second. 8's looking back under the 4 of Bliss. Got a pretty good run here off the corner. He's going to make that stick. They're going to be side by side heading into turn 1. And all this does is really help the 10 of Grandy catch these, catch these 2 guys, and honestly help the 6 of Jodorsic pull away here. He's up to 2 seconds ahead of these guys, and Sutton Ford's going to be able to hold him in that position. And now you see Grandy right there on the back of the 8. Meanwhile, we got a gaggle of trucks back here, including our second in points. Jason Spear, everybody fighting for position back here. 37 to 67, so we're already past halfway here, and these guys know they have to go. Quick move by John Forrest there to kind of seal up that high side. Looking at the 43 here, David Hensley. We got the 8, the 9. The 9 truck is around. It's like a single car spin. I don't think anybody else was involved, amazingly. But man, they're right there in 4. Everybody right there together, and everybody able to miss him. And I don't believe he hit anything. We're going to watch this again. You'll see him come through 3 and 4 here. Running kind of the middle lane, and then the truck just starts to step it out. It just stepped out on him completely. Right there in the middle of the track. And man, everybody did a great job to avoid him. And like I said, I don't believe he, that was close. Did a good job. Don't think he hit anything there. He's going to get some new tires and get back going. So great job by everybody there. That was nice driving. See, the guys are going to pit again. So we're going to be back in the pits here. And the 4 of Brian Bliss was able to hold second place. We'll see if they can do anything with Giadricic in the pits here. One thing I hope they preach too, just thinking about it, is passing that pace car on that pit entry. It's easy to do. You really got to watch that. We've seen that a couple times here in the series where people get penalized for that. So I'm sure they're probably aware of that already. Oh, we had somebody, looks like somebody missed the pit there. Is that the 12 of Long? Missed his pit stall, just drove through. So pretty sure he'll have to come back in. That'll take him out of contention immediately. The 6 of Giadricic, the 4, the 10, and the 8, and then the 60 of Rainville. That's your top 5 coming off pit road, not counting the 12 of Will Long. We'll see if Will decides to pit here. Unfortunately, yeah, it looks like he is. It's going to be tough standing on old tires. You probably didn't want to do that. So 27 laps to go. 27 to go here. Action's going to pick up. That 6 of Giadricic has been on rails at a couple of these tracks here towards the end of the season. Really tough, really tough to get around him, get to him to get around him. And then you got the 4 Bliss right behind him. Bliss just wants a solid night. Let's just end the season off on a high note. Make sure you got the points in the bag here. Comes in 18 ahead of Jason Spears, so just wanting a good solid night. On board with Spear, currently running 9th, started 11th, so having a decent night tonight. But to really be a factor here, he's going to have to be running up front towards the end here, and you don't want to hope anything bad happens, but he's going to have to have something happen to the Ford to be in contention here. But we still got a ways to go. We still have 26, we're at 25 laps to go when we get the green here, so anything can still happen. We still have plenty of trucks in the race as well, so looks like we have 20 trucks running at this time, I believe. And I don't believe Bliss has led a lap yet. I don't believe the 83's led a lap yet either. So and ironically enough, guys, coming up next, as you see in the right hand corner, is the FTSR Xfinity Series on Full Throttle TV. Same championship implications here. But still got 18 points between first and second. Show you guys And we're green. And looks like the 4 gets a great start here on the 6 of Geodrich on the outside. See if you can capitalize on a great start here and maybe challenge for this lead. The 10's going to look to the inside of the 4, try to take second place away. Oh, that was close. 10's falling like a rock now. He had to check up there. These guys are starting to get racy now, getting a little bit closer to each other. Widner in the 95, he's currently up. He's moved up to 4th place right now in the 95. The 10 are extremely close getting in the corner there. Whiter doing a good job. That's so close. Being in the 10 shoes, man, it's tough. You know, you got a fast truck, you're faster when you're running, but it's so tough to pass here. Where do you go? He's going to look to the outside of the 95. Nothing there. Now to the inside of the 95. Actually, right behind those guys, Jason Spear and Brian Ringo going at it again. These guys just cannot get away from each other. Right along with Spear, looking down at the 60 truck. These guys have been side by side a lot here in this race, and the 60 is actually going to be able to take that position. Just slides right up in front of him and takes everything. What is that? 6th place. Meanwhile, the 10 and 95 are side by side again. Again, as far as 4th place. And I do believe Randy may have the faster truck here. Just, the 95's running right where you want to run at this track. It's just tough to make a pass outside of the front group. Starting to make some noise too, trying to make his way back up through the field. That's John Borst in the 9 truck. Trying its best to make up for that mistake off turn 4. Currently running in 12th place. Started 3rd, so he's got some ground to make up. Get pushed by the 12 a wheel along there into turn 3. Giving him a little help, trying to get by the 98. That's going to be TJ Bartell. And right behind those guys, the guy we haven't mentioned, Matthew Gehringer, having a solid night here in 14th. Just kind of minding his P's and Q's, running around, taking care of his truck. But it's about to get go time. These guys are starting to show that they know it's time to go. Still this battle. These guys are putting on a heck of a show, and you see the 10 finally drive up there and clear. the 95. We'll see if the 10 can make up any time here now that he's got clear of the 95. Meanwhile, up front, it's still Giodricic, 1.3 seconds ahead of Brian Bliss. There's Bliss. In third place, you have the 8 of Bernard Person, who's starting to close up on the 4, so we may have a battle here as well. And then you saw the battle for fourth is the 10 of Grandy and the 5 of Widner. That's fifth place, Charles Widner. Sixth place is the guy we haven't mentioned much either. That's the 60 of Brian Rainville, having a great run here tonight. Right behind him is our second in points. That's going to be Jason Spear in seventh. Eighth place is a guy that's kind of come out of nowhere. That's the 33 of Sherwood Williford, and right behind him in ninth, two teammates there. That's the 43 of David Hensley, and currently holding the top 10 is the 37 right behind these guys. That's going to be Brian Conklin. 11th, that's the 9 truck, John Borst. 12th is rebounding from a pit penalty, or a pit miscue, I guess. He missed pit road, his pit stall there. And 12th, that's going to be the 12 truck, the Toyota of Will Long. 13th place is the 98, that's going to be TJ Bartell. 14th is the 11 of Geringer. 15th is the 59, that's Ralph Blair, looking to the inside. James Efall in the number 18 currently holds the 16th position. 17th, that's going to be the 75, Blair Stevenson. 18th, not sure what happened to the 51. Should have followed up on that, but the 51 of Elders dropped to 18th place. Might have been involved in an accident, not really sure. Didn't see it though. And then 19th, all by itself back here, that's going to be the 7 of Dustin Swingle. That's your lead lap cars. You have the 24 truck, 2 laps down in 20th place. Actually 21st, no 20th. And then 21st is Stephen Cox. He's 19 laps down off the track, I believe. So there's your full field rundown. Going back up front, Giodricic currently holds a 2-second lead over the Ford Bliss. All right, we've got 9 laps to go. 9 laps to go here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Giodricic looks like he's in cruise control here. But the battle's going to be for second, I believe. We've got the 8 truck is caught and right on the tailgate of the 4 of Brian Bliss. And see, if I'm Bliss at this point, if the championship's important, then again, he may have it anyway. He may have it locked up anyway, but you start thinking about that, about battling for the 8 truck, and you may even see him let it go right here. It looks like he is. They're going to come around. It's going to be 6 laps to go here, or 7, sorry, 7 laps to go at the line. Meanwhile, back here we got a jumbled up. Let's say jumbled up. We got a couple of trucks not in position in this little group here. Riding on board trying to get the position from the 83 of Jason Spear. This battle for 8. David's had a great rebound as well. Started 17, currently running 9th. Looks like Widener, the 95 is falling off the pace a little bit. That's going to move Sherwood Williford up to 6th after getting around the 83 of Spear and the 95 of Widener. So 6th place for Williford. 7th for Spear. Charles Widener finds his place right there in front of the 43. Laps to go here at Homestead. Ooh, we saw the 83 of Spear jump. Get really loose coming through 3 and 4 there. So 3 laps to go here. We're watching this battle because everything up. Well, I'd say that Sutton 10 of Grandy's actually been able to catch. Actually, that's the 10 of Grandy and Rainville battling for 4th place. Up in front of this, everything's kind of settled out. Giottersich still in lead. Bernard Person 1.7. He actually made some ground on Giottersich a little bit, but it's not going to be enough. And then Brian Bliss in 3rd solidly, and then this battle for 4th. To come around, they're going to see the white flag, I believe. 1 lap to go here. 1 lap to go for the 6th of Giottersich, and 1 lap to go for the 4 of Brian Bliss for the championship. As they come down the backstretch, everything looking orderly, no issues here. Through 3 and 4. And that's going to be another win number 3 of the season for the 6th truck. And Kevin Giottersich is going to take on the season finale here at Homestead. And the 4 of Bliss is going to take home the championship, the 2018 C champion, Brian Bliss. It looks like we had a heck of a battle to the end there for these guys. Great job by everybody tonight. Great racing, 2 cautions. Just kind of broke up the monotony. Trucks did get a little loose off the corner. Guys did a great job of taking care of their truck, taking care of their tires. No big wrecks. A couple of awesome saves. And your winner tonight, the 6th of Kevin Giottersich. All right. see the four of Brian Bliss down here celebrating his championship win. Very nice donuts by both. Tandem donuts. But I tell you what, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk to the top 3 finishers and your champion of the FTSR Homestead-Miami Truck Series. We'll do all that, and we'll come right back after this. Back here at Homestead-Miami Speedway, we just finished up the finale, the final event of the 2018C FTSR Truck Series season, and we're going to do things a little bit different here. We're going to talk to our second place finisher if we can first, because we've got a lot of questions for Brian. But we just jumped down here to the 8 truck of Bernard Person. Bernard, great run tonight, man. Second place finish, looked really fast. Looked like you needed a few more laps there at the end, but great run.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I really didn't want to race around Brian because I knew he was going for that championship. But with the laps closing down, I was like, yeah, let me just see if I can pass him and run down the leader.
Well, you did a great job. Showed a lot of poise around him. You guys were racing hard, but really clean. It looked like a lot of fun. He wasn't going to give it up either, I'm sure. But yeah, you guys did a great job. And like I said, there towards the end, looked like you may have had something for the leader. Did you need a few more laps to be able to get to him?
Yeah, I think if I wasn't so cautious around Brian, I probably would have caught him. I don't know if I would have passed him, but I definitely would have gave it a shot.
It was a great run tonight. Great season for you as well. We're up in points at one time, had some issues, but rebound for a great second place finish here tonight, and congratulations on that. As we usually do, I'm going to give you the mic. The floor is all yours.
Well, obviously, I want to thank everybody here on this league. Great drivers, love you guys, and obviously you for broadcasting and putting on a good show.
All right, Bernard, we thank you, and great run, great finish. What an awesome run for him. Able to race his way up through the field and come home with a second place finish. A great job for him as well. So that's Bernard Person in the number 8 Budweiser Chevy here tonight, finishing second place. Second to, we're going to go ahead and talk to our winner tonight, Kevin Giadersich, third win of the season. Great run. What a dominating performance you had out there.
Yeah, man, it was a good race for sure. I like Homestead. It's a good track.
And you say it's a good track. It's also a really challenging track. A lot of the guys said they had issues on the older tires. The truck started getting a little loose off the corner. Did you experience that as well?
Yeah, I think it was that first long green flag run. I kind of experienced it there, but the next 2 green flag runs we had, I kind of fixed the issue and never really felt it again.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you had any issues out there. Like you were on a Sunday drive out there, really dominating performance. I don't think anybody led a green flag lap but yourself. So, what a great job out there. Like you had it on rails, but yeah, man. Well, congratulations winning the last race of the season. That's 3 for you this year. Ending the season on a high note, and look forward to having you back next year for sure. But we're gonna give you the mic here. I want you to give your shout outs and say whatever you got to say here.
Yeah, I just want to give a thanks to Austin, Jordan, Matt, some of my teammates. They really helped me progress as a driver. I want to thank you guys for giving us the opportunity to race in the league, and just good luck to everybody next year.
All right, that's Kevin Giottersich, tonight's winner, the number 6 Toyota, bringing home the win. Like I said, third of the season, been a really good driver to have in the series, and would have been in the points. I think he missed a few races. That was the only thing holding him back, but definitely would have been a championship contender if it weren't for a few missed races. But he may have won the battle. He didn't win the war. And I'm going to talk to the guy who won the war tonight with a solid third place finish to cap off the season and take home the championship. That's your 2018 C Truck Series champion, Brian Bliss. Brian, congratulations.
Thanks.
Well, Brian, listen, you didn't, you had to fight for a little bit there. You had Bernard Person breathing down your neck. You had a couple guys out there around you. Was there any hesitation about that? Were you thinking about maybe we'll just let them go, or were you just going for it?
I was trying to race Bernard there for a little while, but he was just way faster, and I just let him go by. No use in wrecking the car.
Yeah, well, you did a good job. Lucky you had a fast truck out there. I guess that's what I was asking. Was there a little bit extra in the truck? You just was kind of being easy on it, or were you was that all you had?
I think that was pretty much all I had. I couldn't catch the 6.
Yeah, the 6 was on rails. We talked about that as well. But you yourself have a couple wins this year. I'm not sure about this season. Did you? You have to refresh my memory. Did you pick one up this season?
I think I won the first race.
Las Vegas. I believe you're right there. So see, it's consistency that wins these championships, and it's awesome to see you take home a championship here. Was really fast in some of the other seasons as well. I remember you taking home the race at California for sure. There was another one in there. You have to refresh my memory.
I think I won 6 of them.
Yeah, I was being facetious. You won quite a few races. You've been really fast in the trucks. Did a great job, and now you can call yourself champion. And next year you'll be defending champion. So be watching for those hungry drivers coming after that trophy. But Brian, again, congratulations. We'll give you the mic. I want to let you express your gratitude to any of the guys out there that are either watching on YouTube or have helped you throughout the season.
I want to thank my teammates, first of all. I think I got a few people watching too. And thanks to FTSR. It's probably the cleanest league I've ever been a part of.
All right. Well, Brian, congratulations again. 2018 C champion, Brian Bliss, able to cap it off here tonight with a third place finish. Another great run for him as well. So definitely good to see him take home a championship. So there's your top 3 finishers and your champion. And don't forget, right after this, we'll be going Xfinity Series racing. That's the FTSR Xfinity Series at Homestead-Miami. We're going to crown another champion here tonight. And stay tuned to see who's in the battle for that. We got a couple different contenders in that as well. So a little bit longer race, a little bit different car. You're going to see some different racing and probably a lot of action as well. So stay tuned for that, and we look forward to that. Well, that about does it for us here. The FTSR Truck Series season is over. 2018C, we've completed the final race. Make sure to check with us next season as we start from Daytona. We're going to go after it again with all the drivers here. Brian Bliss defending his championship. The 6 is Giottersich trying to trying to take home a championship, trying to compete for a championship after taking 3 races here in the season. And who knows, we might have some surprises, some new drivers show up and able to put themselves in contention. Maybe we'll have a new champion. But for Brody Hanna, I appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, stay tuned for the Xfinity race on our channel. You'll see the new broadcast come up. But from Homestead Miami, Brody Hanna, Full Throttle TV. We'll see you next time.